Dropshipping has literally changed my life. In the span of 2 short years, it has given me a new purpose and really motivated me to chase my dreams. And that's a big reason as to why I initially started my education company, because I wanted to give back. And what better way to achieve exactly that than by flying one of you guys out to come live and work with me for a week. The goal of this video is to peel back the curtain and give you guys an over-the-shoulder look and experience into what it takes to build a successful Shopify dropshipping store from the ground up. We'll be scaling it and building a case study around it. So a little bit more context about this challenge. I've seen heaps of content online from tons of other dropshipping gurus and e-commerce entrepreneurs in the space. Chances are, if you're watching this video, if you've seen some of my videos in the past, you probably already have a pretty solid idea of how to get started. So that's why I feel this video will be insanely valuable. Now, just some background information on the selected student, Emil. He's been a long-time subscriber of the channel, and he's been consistently putting the time and effort required to be successful in e-commerce day in and day out. I've been following his journey for a while as well, and he actually ended up DMing me a couple months back, and he's been helping me with my channel and other things in my companies ever since. The ultimate goal will be to grow Emil's new brand to $100,000 in sales.
Yo, what's up? My name is Emil, and Nathan is personally flying me out right now to teach me how to build a 6-figure dropshipping brand. And we're currently flying from Virginia all the way down to Vancouver, so it's around a 7-hour commute, but I'm super excited. All right, just arrived in Vancouver, and we're waiting for Nathan to pick us up from the airport. Man, the myth, the legend.
How's it going, bro?
Yo, what's up, bro?
See you. All right, guys, so I just picked up Emil. He's staying at my place here in Vancouver for a week. Before we get into everything, why don't you run me through your previous experience with dropshipping a little bit and kind of how you got into all this stuff?
Basically, I've always been watching dropshipping videos online. Tried it out on my own, just lost all my money pretty much. And then I really decided to double down, and I bought a course. Since then, it's been 6 months. I lost a bunch of more money, but I didn't want to be that guy that tried something and just quit because it was too hard. And I just decided to keep going with it. And last month, I hit my first winner. I scaled from 0 to $15,000 in revenue in 15 days. And I'm looking to take it one step further.
That's awesome, bro. First of all, big congratulations on all that. So the preliminary successes aside, I do gotta ask you, what are your ambitions? What's your goals with entrepreneurship, making all this money in general?
So I want to buy my dream car, but that's more of a short-term materialistic goal. In the long run, I want to become financially independent and retire my parents.
I'm really glad you said that. I think we share a lot of the same common values and reasons why we got into it and why we're still pursuing e-commerce. All right, so we know what we're here for. They know what we're here for. Let's get rolling.
Let's go!
All right, guys, so it's now the next day. We did manage to get a little bit of work done yesterday. Now we're about to get straight to it. The first thing that we gotta do is obviously land on a product for Emil to start selling. So I'm gonna take him through a few of my product research methods.
Yeah, guys, Nathan's been showing me around. Vancouver is super nice, but I'm excited to get this challenge finally underway.
Yeah, I think this will be the one.
All right, guys, we found a product that has some serious potential. We're gonna go ahead and build the website for it, and the goal is to scale it to $100,000. So later down the line, we'll show you exactly what we're running, the types of ads, and the channels we're marketing to.
All right, guys, so as you can see, Emil's in the background working on the store right now. Fortunately, we can't reveal the product in this particular video just because we have the intention of getting this video out to as many people as possible, but we still want to be as transparent about everything as possible. So I can tell you right now that the product we're selling is going to be a great winner on Facebook ads. It's in the home improvement niche, so it's not necessarily the most sexy, the most flashy wow factor TikTok product, but it serves a clear purpose and solves a problem for a lot of people. An overall great household product and a staple for everyone to own. Emil's in the background setting up the store right now. I don't need to necessarily babysit him or walk him through every single step, but once he's done building the store, I'm gonna go in and put my personal tweaks and optimizations on it to make sure that we're primed and ready to go for success. Now, for any of you guys who are watching this video and feel like you do want that beginner tutorial, step-by-step building the store, I'll throw up a video up here of my full tutorial, my free course on YouTube showing you exactly step-by-step how to build a Shopify store for a product, just like Emil is doing behind me right now. So now I'm gonna go get some of my own work done, and we'll let Emil finish up on this store for now.
All right, guys, I just built the store, and now Nathan's gonna come and help me optimize it. All right, so this is what it looks like so far. I still need to add reviews and some apps to optimize the feed.
Emil's only here for a couple days, so we're gonna have to double down on Facebook ads. Also, the nature of this product, it should do well on Facebook ads. Pretty good, it's pretty solid product images here. I would want to get just maybe a couple more shots of the product actually in action. See how a lot of these are studio based. I've been kind of leaning towards a lot more real life product pictures when it comes to the main product pictures that you're advertising, just like this one right here. But I can see the product description looks okay. I would probably want to actually provide value and benefit rather than just talking specifically about the features and the functionality of the product. Because anytime you're selling, you want to be persuasive in your copy, and one way to do that is to kind of tap into people's emotions and what they really need. Obviously, this is a product that they really do need, so we need to make that clear. It's a little bit text heavy here. I like to go for a couple sentences, an image and a GIF, and then again a couple sentences, another image or GIF, a couple sentences, same thing, and then maybe a video at the bottom. Besides that, of course, we need reviews. And then the first thing that we're probably gonna need to focus on when it comes to adding apps and getting everything set up on the back end is dealing with the supplier. Typically, we probably work through one of my private suppliers, but one of the easiest ways to start off is using AutoDS. So yeah, that's the app right there, so just make sure that's installed. And for you guys watching, basically AutoDS is an all-in-one dropshipping platform that is known for its fast and reliable shipping that will handle all of your inventory and shipping information. In addition, all of the orders are going to be auto-magically tracked and fulfilled by AutoDS themselves. And if we find that our product isn't doing too well, we can switch it on a dime because of AutoDS's one-click import feature and also their winning product methods. So literally AutoDS takes care of about 99% of the back-end issues that we'll run into when setting up this product, launching it, and effectively scaling it. If you guys are interested, you can check out the link down below. They've kindly reached out and sponsored this video. But of course, I wouldn't be plugging them, I wouldn't be using them if I didn't actually use them myself. So a couple more things that we need before we jump to the next step is, of course, reviews, right? So I like to use Luke's. There's a bunch of reviews apps that pretty much do the same thing, but Luke's is pretty solid. And then Tracking More is another app where we can ensure that we can add tracking information to the site, so customers who, once they receive their tracking numbers, can actually come back to your site and see in real time exactly where their package is. On top of that, an app that I always use from even day one has been Vitals. And Vitals basically allows me to add all sorts of bundles, cross-sells, and upsells, which is gonna make a big impact when it comes to increasing our average order value and hopefully becoming profitable right off the bat or close to when running paid traffic on Facebook ads. And now the next step is we need to actually get some video ads in. Like I said, we would typically be working towards building an organic strategy that we can run on TikTok and then eventually repurpose into TikTok ads. But because of our heavy time constraint, we need to launch these paid ads tonight. So when it comes to getting ad creatives, BandsOffAds has always been one of the top agencies that I've worked with. And what we're gonna do is head over to their website and we're gonna order a split testing package, which is gonna give us 3 different ad creatives. We'll check back in with you guys when the ads are in and we're launching the Facebook ads. Like I said, hopefully tonight, and then hopefully tomorrow we can get our first sale of the challenge. All right guys, so it's currently a couple days later and Emil is back at home, but we didn't want to just finish up this challenge with him at home and me here, and I also have some stuff to do out in Los Angeles. But actually I'm gonna fly Emil out to LA, I'm gonna meet him there, we're gonna launch the ads which we already received from BandsOffAds, and hopefully the sales will be rolling in and we can really make something cool out of this unique challenge. But for now, I got a flight to catch. Yo guys, so we got to the Airbnb in LA now. I'm actually here with Emil and we're just about to launch these ads. Like I said, the ad creatives came in from BandsOffAds, so it's time to launch them on Facebook. If you guys want the full ad strategy, I'll link a video somewhere up here that explains exactly what we're doing for launch, but we'll also give you guys a few quick tips as we go through it. All right, so we just finished launching the Facebook ad campaign for the product. Now, what I'm actually gonna have Emil do as well in the coming weeks is we're gonna make sure that he orders the product into his house once he gets home, and he'll actually start creating some creatives that he can run on TikTok as well. You're looking to take this thing into a long-term brand, scale it, and we'll talk about that in future episodes. For now, we just launched this Facebook ad campaign, like I said, so let's see if we can start getting some preliminary results and looking at some sales over the next few days while we hang out here in West Hollywood.
I'm excited. See how it goes.
All right, so we got a special guest coming over to the crib right now. Actually, my original mentor and my good friend, Jack Cantari, and he's gonna make a special appearance and help us out on this challenge and hopefully provide some valuable feedback and input for Emil and his dropshipping store. So let's say what's up to Jad.
Yo, what's going on, bro?
How's it going, bro?
Good to see you, man. How you doing? Good.
All right, guys, so I'm with Jad Kantari. He's gonna look over our store and hopefully give some advice and help us scale this thing.
I'm gonna go over some things to improve on our product page, as well as just general advice on how to start a brand and, test the product and find a creative and then build the product page and then scale it. So first off, you wanna make sure that your product page always looks more like a landing page. So it's really a hybrid between a landing page and a branded product page. You want to give the customer the branded feel, but at the same time, you want to prevent them from clicking off the page. It's very important that you don't have any distractions. Another thing that we usually do is we disable the hyperlink in the logo. That way people also don't click off the page. You want to make sure you have a sticky add to cart at all times. You want to skip cart and go directly to checkout. You want to reduce the amount of steps to get the people to convert very smoothly, right? It's always better to also avoid having too many variants when it comes to color or sizing. 4 is what I go for typically. I don't exceed that because I don't want to, confuse my customer. You want to add an FAQ section on the product page. That's important. Those are all things that will drive your net profit through the roof, really give you that margin to be able to work with the product and scale it.
Really appreciate that advice. We're gonna launch it and see what happens. Awesome. Jad, as always, appreciate it.
All right, guys, so it's been about 2 weeks since we initially started this challenge, and now we're gonna be checking in with Emil to see what's gone on thus far. All right, Emil, can you tell us the results?
Hey, what's going on, Nathan? So we've been running the ads for the last 2 weeks, and we've seen some sales. We've done a little over $572 in sales. In terms of the fulfillment, we were running into a couple issues that our product was too heavy, so the shipping was abnormally high. So that turned out to be around $326, which leaves us a slim margin. And on top of that, all the Shopify subscription and fees was another $70.
$572 in revenue. I mean, that's a big step, first of all. But the fulfillment cost coming in at $326, that is very high. Like, that doesn't leave us with a huge gross margin. But moving forward, do you think there's a way where we could lower that fulfillment cost?
Yeah, so I tried reaching out to various suppliers. I did the top 3 ones in your outright Ecom Discord. And all of them sort of gave me similar rates just because the product is heavy. There's not many ways to get around that.
Yeah, that is tricky with the product that we chose in particular. That's something that we definitely should have looked into or thought a little bit deeper in before jumping onto that particular product. But why don't you break down the rest of the expenses and then we'll kind of make a game plan moving forward for episode 2.
So those are the initial margins, and then on top of that, we spent a little over $840 on Facebook ads. I'm not too worried. I learned a lot about running Facebook ads, especially the advice that Jad gave me. I revised the entire landing page, and we actually did see a sharp increase in conversions when I made that change. I'm pretty confident that we can get this on the second try.
It's a difficult game when it comes to testing new products, especially testing them quickly. But $500 in sales, nonetheless, is pretty solid for a first go, so to speak. So that's good that we kind of have the ball rolling there. And it's just gonna come down to refining a few more things, doing a little bit more due diligence before our next product test. But that leads me to my next point is, do you think, based on the numbers then, that we should be moving into a different product for episode 2?
It is getting harder to maintain this, especially because this is a product that ended up selling well on the weekends and not during the weekdays. So there wasn't much consistency there. I think we should definitely look at something new, especially with Q4 around the corner and Black Friday. I think there's a lot of potential. I think we should go back into some product research and make sure that everything makes sense in terms of margins this time around.
I agree. The last thing that we'll do is we'll take a little bit of a deeper dive into the analytics and the numbers behind the challenge thus far, and we'll outline that at the beginning of episode 2, as well as reveal the product that we sold. So for everybody watching, make sure you stick around, make sure you tune into episode 2, and I do believe that there's still potential with the product and the niche, the industry overall. But I still think the industry that we chose and the product we chose can give you guys a lot of inspiration for where to get started with your first store. So make sure you guys tune into episode 2, and I think that's pretty much all we have for this episode, right, Emil?
Yeah, sounds great. I'm excited to get it going. When do you think we're going to meet back up again to get episode 2 underway?
It's gonna be a little bit tricky because currently trying to travel around and decide where I wanna live and kind of set up shop for the next little bit. But I know I'm gonna be in Australia come beginning of December. So, I mean, if you wanna make the trip, it's quite the trek out there, but I think we could link up, do some cool stuff, shoot some content, and film episode 2, right around the corner here if you're down.
Yeah, guess I gotta book my ticket then.
Also, guys, if you do want to see some more behind the scenes content from this challenge thus far, I know Emil vlogs his entire, basically his net worth and his journey in entrepreneurship from start to, well, I think he wants to buy an AMG at some point, and he's been working exceptionally hard. So if you want to check out his series on his YouTube channel, it's actually really engaging and entertaining content. I watch every single vlog he uploads. I think he's on like episode 8 now or something, but yeah, go check him out. And thanks again. I'll see you guys in episode 2 on the Gold Coast, Australia with Emil. Peace.